Social Learning versus Screen Time by Emily Claire Taylor for Child Development 350. I will be looking at different information based on effects of infants learning from a TV versus infants learning in a social setting. Infants that are expected to learn from a screen, such as baby Einsteins, do not retain as much information as infants that are exposed to a social setting. There is a product called Baby Einstein that focuses on informational learning through television. Most parents want their children to learn how to read, talk, and write at an early age to get ahead. These parents may find themselves believing the commercials that demonstrate infants understanding written words and place their children in front of these informational programs without doing their research. Children learn best through social interaction. Human contact is essential in child development. It allows infants to learn how to interact with other people. Being placed in front of a TV does not allow for eye contact, engagement, or focus. Strong skills that allow for the best learning environment. Patricia Cole, an advocate for exposure to social interactions on phonetic learning, discusses the importance of social contact for infants to learn a second language. Infants are capable of detecting differences among phonetic units of all languages. Patricia did different experiments determining how infants learn second languages and why. In one experiment, 9-month-old American infants were exposed to native Mandarin Chinese speakers in 12 lab sessions. In another experiment, infants were exposed to the same foreign language speakers and materials via audiovisual or audio-only recordings. The results showed that the audio exposure to Mandarin had no effect and the infants did not learn anything. These experiments show that the infants who were placed in a lab with human interaction show phonetic learning of the language. Social interaction has a much stronger effect on infants' learning than pre-recorded scenarios. Elizabeth Danish from Health Guidance, an electronic article, discusses why and why not parents use educational television. Her strongest point is based on the fact that infants should not be exposed to television under the age of 2 years old. Elizabeth discusses that the absolute best thing you can do for a child during this vital stage is involve engaging with you, such as reading books, singing, playing together. These are the best types of stimulation for your baby. This demonstrates the intense importance of engaging an infant through interaction. Not only is the child developing a sense of social interaction that will benefit them through school and different life settings, but it will also develop a connection that a TV cannot. In the article Turn It Off Baby, Janine Inderlandi talks about the common use of educational videos that are designed to stimulate young minds. However, this is not always the most effective way for infants to learn. Janine Interlanti states that for every hour that infants 9 to 16 months spent watching baby DVDs, they understood 6 to 8 fewer words out of a set of 90 than infants who did not watch. Clearly, by placing an infant in front of an educational program might be beneficial to the parent that is cleaning the kitchen or doing household chores, but it is not beneficial to the infant that needs constant human interaction to absorb the information. Janine also expresses the importance of reading or telling stories to infants. Reading or telling stories to infants at least once a day was found to increase their vocabulary by 2 or 3 words. Infants that are not told stories or are read to that are placed in front of the TV can experience negative side effects, while a child that could be interacting with someone and gaining new vocabulary skills, they lose that opportunity when being placed in front of the television. Sometimes parents do not have the time to sit with their infant and tell them stories or read to them every day. Educational DVDs, however, would be a better alternative than having a child watch infomercials or raunchy cartoons. Televisions do not allow infants to experience human interactions or connections. By placing a child in front of a television, it restricts their ability to really focus and be engaged on an activity that could be informational. Overall, children that experience social interactions with their parents, grandparents, babysitters, etc., will learn and absorb more information in comparison to infants that are placed in front of educational programs such as Baby Einstein.